Hello and welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. This is an all signs collective reading for the weekend. This is going to cover Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Please hit the like button, leave a comment, consider subscribing to the channel, especially if these readings resonate with you. It is totally free. It doesn't cost you anything. If there is anything you would like me to pray over or meditate upon or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, of course, these are going to be general readings, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger. And I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And we're going to start with Aries. And Aries, remember that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And we begin with a Five of Pentacles. I think you're somebody that you typically do well with change. You do well when there's a lot going on around you. But I feel like right now it's kind of a time that we want to stabilize some things. You know, that there maybe is too much going on right now. I think there might be a financial issue too that you're kind of that you're trying to sort out. We're going to put a few cards around this and see what else that is going to show us. You're definitely not somebody that kind of shies away from the challenges, though. You know what I mean? Let's see what we've got. Yeah, see, we've got the builder there. Let me just start my timer. There we go. We've got the Prince of Pentacles. You're the builder, right? We've got the Wheel of Fortune. Ooh, we've got the Fool card. And yeah, Princess of Swords makes sense. And a Four of Wands. I think the builder is really important here, this Prince of Pentacles, because this is really you working on stabilizing, on solidifying this. It's kind of like you see the problem and you know that you have to apply yourself, and with the Four of Wands, you're going to get this problem solved, right? I think in the next few days, whatever it is that you're working on, you will find some stability there. With the Fool in the background here, it's kind of interesting because this might be a new venture. This might be a new business. This might be something that you just kind of like recently, started. But I think this is also kind of a card that's saying maybe you didn't always have this kind of approach to things where, there's a problem and you're going to apply yourself and you're going to get it done. This sometimes can be some procrastination. Okay, sometimes this can be, let's put off to tomorrow what we really could be working on today, So I feel like you've really kind of turned your life around by tackling your problems kind of more directly. Let's select the mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. This is a random card from the Smith-Waite Tarot. This is the factor infinite and unknown. We're going to set it down over here. Now, we will do mystery cards for all of the signs today. We're not going to have any extended reading today. And the reason why I'm doing this all signs reading is because we're having my daughter's 4th birthday party on Saturday. So this reading is meant to cover the whole weekend for everybody, since I won't be doing individual sign readings. She's turning 4. Happy birthday to my lovely daughter. Her birthday actually is in a couple weeks, but we're having the party on June 1st here, so. We've got our mystery card. Now, if you have a prediction for that card, same as always, leave your prediction down in the comments, right? We can do it together. Let's take a look around the room, because we do see, major arcana. Since we're doing a limited Dove and Serpent spread today, the 2 major arcana are very significant. And I think that you really did recently with the Fool and the Wheel of Fortune. I think you recently turned your life around. I think that you recently had this kind of new approach to your work, to your whatever the earth energy really is for you. If this is something that's maybe it is financial, maybe it's work related, maybe it is things around the house. Maybe this is even an approach to fitness or something, right? Where we just realize that we have to start focusing on these things today rather than putting them off till tomorrow. So the Fool energy, yeah, very, very good energy. This, I think, is the beginning of a big turnaround that you kind of made in your life. There was that moment where we said, Today's the last day I'm doing that. From now on, I'm doing things a different way, approaching things in a different way. And I think it's really benefiting you with that Wheel of Fortune underneath everything. I think things are really improving, that you're really finding the more effort you put into solving your problems and taking care of things and working on these Five of Pentacles difficulties, the more the universe matches you. You know, the more the universe kind of meets you halfway, right? And I think that the Wheel of Fortune is really a lot of prosperity that is coming your way. And you realize, I think too, with this card being underneath the surface, that you kind of create your own luck. You know, that the universe is going to respond to the effort that you put into your life. And I think that this is really starting to manifest in your life. Not only that, but we've got the Four of Wands in the future position. So I think the timing of something is really, really important now, because the Wheel of Fortune is divine timing. The Four of Wands is our own sense of timing, our human time, right? And you've got both of these cards. And so I feel like this is something that really is, something really special is happening this weekend for you. You know, it's kind of like the divine timeline and your own personal timeline are overlapping now. And so something I think really significant is going to happen for you this weekend, something related to whatever it is that you're building, fixing, working on, whatever you're showing up every day, whatever problem is in your life that you are showing up and, and working on this consistent basis. Something really important, a big development is going to take place there. Okay, and it really could be the finishing of something. It could be that something is reaching a culmination or at least reaching a milestone for sure. Okay, we've got the Princess of Swords up at the top, and I think this is a great attitude to have. You're somebody that considers themselves a lifelong learner. You know, always looking to do better, always looking to improve. If you finish something, you like to go back and look at it and see, like, okay, how did I do? Can I do better next time? What mistakes did I make? It's almost like you're looking for the flaws in things, not out of some like kind of pathology, but because you want to find where you can do better, right? Where you can learn more, where you can improve your skills. Right? So it may be that I feel like people around you are always like accusing you of seeking out the negative in things, right? You do a perfectly fine job in something, but here you are saying, oh, I messed that up. I did that wrong, and I should have done better there. And people think that, you're kind of getting down on yourself, but I don't feel like you are. I feel like you do that as a way to improve, that you're proud of the work that you've done, but you also want to do better next time. So you're always looking at, and that's part of this, what makes this such a great card with the Prince of Pentacles, because always thinking in that way, always thinking of how can I do better, how can I improve. There's no water energy here, right? You're not getting down on yourself, you're not getting sad about anything, you're really just trying to maximize your potential so that you can maximize the match kind of coming from the universe. You see what I mean? So I think this is really very good energy. The Fool back here definitely says that there was a time in your life where you didn't take things so seriously. Okay? And we don't want to lose this. There's a reason why this energy is still here today, because you still want to keep some of this with you. You still want to be able to kind of turn it off and just have fun. Okay? So I think this weekend something very important is culminating. There's some sort of a conclusion. There's some sort of a milestone that you're reaching this weekend. Allow yourself to enjoy it. Don't be too self-critical this weekend, Enjoy this win, because you definitely have earned it. And sure, you can look at it, you can do the debriefing, and you can find the flaws, and you can learn, and you can improve for the next time and whatever, but make sure that you feel it this time. Make sure that you really feel the win, and you allow yourself to enjoy it. Yeah. I think the mystery card should be a little bit of water, don't you? Well, let's take a look. We've got Tiny Bob Ross as the guardian of the mystery card today. New readings for Aries are every Monday and Friday, so make sure you set your calendars, set your watches, check the box on YouTube or whatever to remind you of your and we will be back on Monday with regular schedule readings. So Monday look for another Aries reading. Okay. The mystery card, again, I think it should be water. If you have a prediction, put it down in the comments. Well, it's more fighting. It's more challenges. It's a 7 of Wands. It's not easy for you to turn off that that kind of battle mode almost, you know. And I think this is really important that we have this Fool and this Wheel of Fortune, because you tend to look at everything now like a problem that needs you to solve it. Okay, and if we're walking around with a hammer all day, we're going to find things that look like nails. Okay, even things that don't really need fixing, you know. So the builder really needs to learn how to turn it off. Needs to learn how to just put the tools down for the night and be a little bit Fool, be a little bit Wheel of Fortune, and enjoy the progress that you're going to be experiencing. You know, the problems will still be there, but see, we don't want to get back into that procrastination either. And I think this is maybe an overcompensation for the procrastination. Say that 5 times fast. So we don't want to get back to that energy, but we also don't want to be kind of always on, always looking for the problem, you know. So balance, obviously, is always needed. But I think this is a good confirmation card that we're on the right track and that your hard work is paying off. And I think the timing here is going to be really special for you. I think something really is, there's 2 timelines are overlapping here. Something really nice is going to happen for you this weekend. All right. Thank you for being here. We're going to move on to our Taurus reading now. And don't forget, Aries, Monday and Friday are your bi-weekly readings. I guess it would be called bi-weekly, right? Do them twice a week. And we're going to switch our token out for Taurus here. See what is in store for Taurus for this weekend. Yeah, what have you got going on? We've been having a lot of good readings for Taurus lately, a lot of good energy. Taurus, your readings are also Mondays and Fridays. Be sure to set your calendars, set your reminders. All right, Taurus. What does Taurus need to know for this coming weekend? 2 of Wands. Interesting. You seem to be a person, and I think this really does vibe with the last few readings, that you're in this very assertive mode in your life, you know? I think that you are really trying to take control of certain areas of your life. I don't know if there's something going on in the home or maybe at work, but I feel like you're really stepping into a leadership kind of energy, you know? You may be working toward a promotion. You may be really there may be a power struggle kind of thing happening either at work or at home or with a friend group. But I feel like you're really, you have a strong sense of what is within your sphere of influence. You know, you're really, you're kind of saying that, look, I have some autonomy. I have a say in things. And I feel like you're really speaking up lately. You know, let's put some other cards around this. Let's see what we're doing. This is a lot of power. This is dominion, right? This is kind of saying, look, this is my area and I'm responsible for it and I'm making the decisions in this area, right? It's like our own little circle of influence. It's our own kind of cubicle at work and saying, inside these walls, this is where kind of I get the final say, you know? So I don't know if somebody's challenging that, or if you are, it could be that we are vying for a promotion or for some sort of a leadership role. And you got that 9 of Swords. What a 10 of Cups, 9 of Wands, very good. That 5 of Pentacles again, but a 9 of Pentacles as well. A lot of 9s here, right? 9, 9, 9. I think that's going to warrant us using one of these angel number cards. A 999 there. Interesting. 999. Yeah, I feel like there is kind of a, there's some sort of a power struggle happening in your life right now. Zero 0330, lucky shirt. Love, peace, hope, and optimism. Transferring responsibility to others. Progress, creativity. Pursue your goals and get what you want. It will provide wonderful benefits for you and the people you hold dear. Your ability to communicate is improving at this time, which will make it easier for you to interact with a broad spectrum of individuals. Well, if anything is about communication, it's this 9 of Swords, and I think the 9 of Swords is communication. That definitely needs to improve, especially when we couple that with a 2 of Wands here. This would be the kind of boss or supervisor or manager or something that is very honest, but doesn't make a lot of friends, you know? Is able to be very blunt and very direct, but not in a way that's received very well. So I feel like there might be somebody in your life that's acting that way, or at the same time, we need to be careful about how we are expressing ourselves to others, especially if there are people that are working underneath you. Or even in the family, if there are people that you are responsible for, if you're the authority or the leader somewhere, we have to be very careful in not really exactly what we say, but how we say it. Okay? I mean, we have two people, 2 examples. They both want the same thing, right? Let's say we both want people to, to clean up the house, or clean up the restaurant, or clean up the workplace or whatever. Do a better job at work, right? There's 2 different approaches we could take to that. You know, we have to have a little bit of tact, a little bit of subtlety. The 9 of Swords is very much a harsh, but very direct, very honest. And some people really like that. Some people say, look, you don't have to sugarcoat it. Just be honest with me and tell me what you mean. You know, you're not going to hurt my feelings. But other people will get their feelings hurt, right? So with the 2 of Wands here, it kind of feels like there are 2 different ways that we can approach our interactions with people, okay? Whether this is you with employees or family members, or with a supervisor or someone that's kind of, above you in that kind of a hierarchy thing. So I think the communication is very important for you right now, okay? And the way that we may be trying to say the same thing to everybody, right? The same intention, the same ultimate meaning behind the words. But we have to kind of say those words in different ways depending on who we're dealing with, right? Let's select the mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. And see, I think that communication and that exact thing, tailoring the way we say something depending on who we're talking to, is really going to help us get the 9 of Pentacles that we want. The success, the results, the physical, like getting the employees to, to clean up the work area or whatever the case is. Getting the kids to clean their room. The 9 of Pentacles is the result that we want. Okay? And the 9 of Wands is you with the kind of firm authority, with that strength to say, yes, this is what we're going to do. This is the plan. This is the ultimate goal that we're going to strive for. But we have to bridge the gap between kind of our intention and the actual result. Okay? Because if we don't, we're either in chaos, we're either in disorder. When really what we want is everything to just kind of be perfect, right? And so there's kind of this thing, this duality that says if things aren't perfect, then things must be chaos. And it's really important that we tailor the message to the individual, to the recipient. Okay? It's not a one-size-fits-all kind of thing here in this situation for you. Here's the mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. We're going to give her a shuffle. And we're going to put that right here, Tiny Bob Ross, right on top. Same deal goes. If you have a prediction for it, put it down in the comments down below. Now, we don't have any major arcana energy here, right? So I feel like this is a very specific situation for you. I feel like it's something that you are dealing with kind of currently. It's either at work, it's at school, it's at home, it's with friends. And I feel like ultimately what we don't, or kind of there's disorder right now. And we're trying to get progress. We're trying to see the visible signs of progress here. Okay? But I think that there's some sort of a power struggle that we are pushing. We have this intention, and it's kind of like the Nine of Wands is saying, you're not budging in what you want, right? This room is getting clean, you know? And it's just a matter of how we go about making that happen, okay? Because I think right now there is disorder, right? This is the room that's not clean, and this is the room they're working on it. It's getting cleaner, right? This is the office that's getting organized, or, you know, whatever it is that you have to communicate. But there's kind of, there's a weird duality here, because it's almost like if we want everybody to be happy and everybody to be nice and everybody to like everybody and be friendly and all that stuff, then we have to put up with the disorder. Right? Because if we try to make any changes, we're going to disrupt this Ten of Cups. And I think that's kind of that's a bit of a misnomer, right? And I think it's important that we are able to communicate our intention or what we need, right? And it just depends on the situation for you, but communicating what you need without worrying that we're going to hurt somebody's feelings, without worrying that we're going to like upset the other person by stating our truth, right? By just kind of by expressing our needs, by communicating. Okay. Well, it really depends on how we do that, and I think that's really a very obvious statement. But there is a communication issue here, and it's kind of like the more we state our intention, the more somebody in your life seems to be pushing back, you know. And it could really, I mean, this obviously could be a parent-child, it could be friends, it could be, you know, supervisors and employees or something like that at work, you know. But it's kind of the more we state it, the more we say it, the more we maybe ask for it, the more push we get. The more resistance we get, yeah? So there's a way that we have to tailor this kind of conversation in order to get this Nine of Pentacles. This is the progress that we want to see. This is everybody's started working, you know? And it really feels as if there's kind of maybe a new supervisor on the job or something, and nobody really respects them yet, right? Nobody's going to listen to them. They say, hey, everybody, let's get up and let's start working, building this thing. And everyone's just like, yeah, I'm not going to listen to them, you know. And so it's really kind of a fine line, because, and I don't know what side of that you're on, to be honest with you, right? Maybe we should do a Metatron Oracle card to see if we get a little bit of insight into that. But there is right now this kind of disorder, and there is a struggle for kind of who's going to get their way, you know. And it's kind of, it's almost one of these situations where you're kind of being tested to see how strong you are in your conviction, right? To see what it's going to take to get you to kind of go back on saying, okay, well, never mind then. I shouldn't have asked, you know. And this really could be a family thing too. This could be a family kind of power dynamic. But I feel like it's you trying to express your needs, your intentions, and there's some pushback. Yeah. Let's do a Metatron Oracle card. So I think the name of the game this weekend really is to be aware of who we are talking to and how we need to tailor our energy so that it can be received by that person. You're not changing your intentions. The Nine of Wands is still very strong. You're still very firm in what you want. It's just a matter of changing the way we say it, the way we communicate it, so that it will kind of sink in to the other person a little bit, you know, because I do see the nine of Pentacles is in the future there. And we've got air, fly free. Okay, and the air energy is important because that's the communication, right? Air is the element of communication, and really of thoughtfulness and of perspective. And I really think that we've got to keep our eye on this Nine of Pentacles. This is what we want, and this is what we're going to get. We have to, we've got to adjust the way we are going about communicating that, okay? Because this Nine of Swords is a little bit too blunt, maybe a little bit too honest, yeah? Let's look at this mystery card. Maybe we'll see some lighter kind of air energy, maybe a Four of Swords, maybe a Six of Swords, I think would be very appropriate. Let's see what we've got. We've got a Four of Cups. When we have the Ten of Cups down here, as this is kind of the ideal, and this is, you know, this is the feeling that we don't want to disturb the bond. We don't want to disturb the connection with the people if this is a family thing or a work thing. The Four is a little bit more stubborn than that. The Four is kind of, it's okay with people not really liking us right now in the moment, you know? But it's almost like we're reestablishing this kind of stability where this is a little bit too much. This is almost like, you know, we're at work and I'm supposed to be your supervisor. We're not supposed to be best friends. So we're dialing it back a little bit. And this is kind of maybe even with kids too, where we're not going to be the best friends, peers with our kids. No, we have to be a little bit of that authority, right? And so I feel like we're kind of dialing back that water energy a little bit, but we're still getting to this very stable place. And maybe this is a little bit more appropriate considering who the people are to you, if this is a work thing, friends maybe. And even if they are family members, this is kind of setting some boundaries that says, you know what, I'm okay with you being a little bit upset with me right now in the moment because I have to communicate these things. It doesn't mean that it's disrupting the long-term love and the bond between everybody. Maybe right now people are a little bit upset. I mean, you're asking for something that they're not doing, right? But I think that this is a better way to go. We're setting up those boundaries. We're dialing back that water energy a little bit, and we're willing to ask for what we need. We're willing to communicate in a way that is, it's not going to be all or nothing. It's not going to be that black or white. Either I don't ask or I do ask and it just is a big fight, right? So we're kind of going somewhere in the middle. We're adjusting our Nine of Swords a little bit. And I think we're okay with the kind of immediate disruption because it's going to mean more kind of long-term stability. All right. So that's there for you. Now we're going to move on to our Gemini reading. Taurus, don't forget Monday and Friday for your readings. Now Gemini, your readings are also Monday and Friday. Let's see what's going on with Gemini right now. This will be time-stamped. If it's not already time-stamped when you're watching this, if somebody could just post a comment with the timestamps, that would be very much appreciated. I'm going to try to get it. I'm going to try to get it done before the video is published, but you know, things happen. I might be running a little bit late. So if anybody can do that, if it's not already done, or if it is in the video description, if somebody could copy and paste that into the comments too, that would be helpful, I think, for people. And be sure to watch your sun, moon, and your rising sign. In fact, just watch the whole video all the way through. That would be helpful. Well, let's see what is going on with Gemini for this weekend. What is it that you've got going on? Gemini, you've been having some very, very intense readings lately too. Let's see, Gemini energy. Gemini energy. What is it that Gemini needs to know for this weekend? Three of Wands. Very cool. You are definitely somebody that you know yourself. I think you really trust yourself, you know. You've got this really great, creative, forward-moving energy right now, you know. I feel like there's every part of your being right now is saying yes to something. All right. Let's see what that is. Let's see what we're saying yes to. Pentacles, Six of Pentacles, Two of Pentacles, Hanged Man, the Tower, and that Nine of Swords again. Interesting, interesting, interesting. Yeah, the Three of Wands, we're definitely saying yes to something that is group related. There's some sort of a community thing. It's either, well, it could be work, could be school, could be family, right? But there's multiple people here. It's kind of this, you know, it might be a new business opportunity. It might be kind of taking on a new role in your current workplace. But what it really could be, this could be a relocation of some kind. Okay? I don't know if have you been considering moving or relocating something? Because with this, I kind of feel like we're looking at this place and it looks really good. And now every fiber of your being, right? Your will, your heart, your mind, your body are saying, yeah, this is right. This feels good. Yeah. And so I think that this is, I don't know if this is something that you're doing this weekend or if this is something that is coming up very soon for you. But I feel like you've been looking at places or looking at things, trying to find the one that really gives you that yes feeling. And I feel like you've seen it. Okay, maybe you're looking at houses, cars, jobs. I don't know what it is. But it's something on the physical plane. It's something that is, to me, it feels like a relocation of some kind. You know, it feels like you're looking for a new place for something. Maybe it's the place to hang your picture on the wall or something. Maybe it's a place for the business. Maybe it's, I don't know, maybe you're rearranging your furniture. But I feel like you found the spot. And every part of your being is saying, yes, that's the spot, right? And I think that you've been kind of looking for this spot for a while. We're going to select the mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. This is the random card from the Smith-Waite Tarot. And it's going to go right here, Tiny Bob Ross, right on top. Leave a comment with your prediction, all that good stuff. Now, we've got two majors here again. We've got the Hanged Man and the Tower. Now, the Hanged Man is kind of, to me, it's, I think it's really, this was you changing what you were looking for. Okay? And now we found it. And now I think we're making those changes. And now we've got to do the difficult work of kind of telling everybody. I got that Nine of Swords, about that communication again, right? But with the Hanged Man, I feel as if you had a certain idea of what you were looking for. You know, let's say you're looking for a house. You have these requirements. Well, you want a walk-through kitchen. You want, you don't want any stairs. I don't know, whatever it is, right? I think you kind of have changed what you were looking for. And it's like your priorities have changed. Your desires have really changed. And now it's like, wait, now I don't care about the stairs. Now I don't care what the kitchen looks like. Now I really want to have that backyard, you know, or whatever. I really want to have that fireplace. I think that you had a realization about what is truly important to you. And I think once that shift took place, then that perfect location kind of revealed itself. Yeah. So I think that we were kind of looking for something, and I don't know what exactly this. Maybe it was a car, maybe it was whatever. Maybe it was a job, a career. Maybe it was new city, new town to move to. I don't know. But I feel like your needs maybe even have changed. That you realized what you should be prioritizing. Okay, And I think that this made all the difference for you. And now I think we're really ready. I think you're ready to really seal the deal on something very, very soon. And it is Tower moment. This is a big breakthrough. This is something major. This isn't, I think, this isn't finding a place on the wall for your artwork or moving the couch to a different room. This is something big. Tower moment says this is a major breakthrough in life that you are transcending, that you're leveling up somehow. So this is a big move. It's either a career move, you're relocating your house, you're buying a house, you're buying a car, something big. Yeah. And I think maybe this is the weekend where you're kind of out looking and you find the one. You find that one that just looks like a shining beauty in the distance. It sparkles, right? It sparkles. And you know at that moment that your life is going to change. See, we got that Two of Pentacles down here, and this is the choice. And you know that if you choose this, and it feels right, every fiber of your being says yes, that you're going to choose this, and you're going to have to pick up your life. Things are going to really change. I'm feeling a connection with Japan. I don't know why that is, or if there's something related to Japan for you, or if that, for some of you, if that's kind of where the move is taking place, maybe. I'm very envious. I would love to visit Japan someday. The Tower moment really is kind of picking up everything and moving it. Life is really going to be disruptive for a while. And with that, it's very important that we, anytime that we go through a big change like this in life, whether it is moving or buying something like a house or a car, or moving our family, across the pond or whatever, has a tendency to kind of get people fighting a little bit, There's always this need, and I know my wife said this to me when we moved and we were building our new studios and stuff. She said, let's just promise we're not going to fight about everything. Because a big move, it's really easy for people to get frustrated and just to kind of bicker and fight and argue about the little things, because it's a high stress situation. So I think that is the name of the game going forward, is to be prepared for how significant this move is going to be for you. And don't have too short of a temper with your loved ones, with your spouse or your coworkers or whoever. Okay, let's be careful with how we're communicating. I think that is a big deal. Let's look at this mystery card. Let's look at this, because I'm wondering if this is going to be a court card. And a court card here might be indicating a little bit of the location that I'm kind of feeling this is going to be a Princess of Pentacles or a Page of Pentacles, right? But to me, that would kind of be indicating a more Northern Europe kind of connection for you. But for some reason, that's what I feel this card is. But either way, I think that Princess or that Page of Pentacles would be the new place, right? Let's see what we've got. Oh, well, it is a court card. It's a Queen of Wands, water and fire. And interesting, we have water and fire here with the Hanged Man and the Tower. So I feel, because this is, the Hanged Man is obviously water. The Tower is Mars. That's a very fiery energy. And the Queen of Wands doesn't suggest Japan to me, but does suggest somewhere toward the south. Okay, let's say south of the equator. Yeah. Or maybe just south in general for you, from where you are, relative to where you are now, going south a little bit, yeah. But I feel like this is that kind of, this is that decision. This is the strength that you're going to need moving forward. This is the always keeping in mind or keeping in heart the reason why this is happening. Okay, I think that this is the absolute best move for you. This is the exact right place. Every fiber of your being is saying yes. And I think you have to keep that in mind, keep that in heart as you move forward. Okay, because the Nine of Swords, sometimes this is going to be a little bit of regret even. It's kind of like, why did I do this? Why did we buy this house? Why did we move? Why did I take this job? Because the stress of it all, we kind of just are wondering, maybe I should have just stayed back here and maybe I should have been okay with where I was, you know. But we have to be firm. We have to remember why we're doing all of this, because, yeah, you're going to go through periods of doubt, I think. You know, it's what do they call that, buyer's remorse or something, you know. But this is for the best for you. This is something that is absolutely perfect. And hang on to that feeling, because it is going to be stressful. But you got this. All right? You got this. Okay, we're going to move on now. Gemini, again, don't forget, your readings are Monday and Friday. We're going to move on now to Cancer. I'm going to clear the deck here. And we'll get going with Cancer. What does Cancer need to know about? Now, Cancer, your readings are Tuesday and Friday. Tuesday and Friday for Cancer. Now, please don't forget to hit the like button, leave a comment, consider subscribing to the channel if these are resonating with you, and watch all of your placements. If your sun sign isn't resonating, try watching your moon sign reading or your ascendant sign. Maybe even do your Venus, your Mercury. Or just watch the whole reading. That's fine too. And show some love. My daughter's birthday party is this Saturday. We're celebrating her 4th birthday. Can't believe she's 4 already. When I started doing this channel, she was just about to turn 2 years old. So she was still technically one year old when I started doing this channel. And my how she's grown in the last couple of years. We're coming up on the 2-year anniversary of this channel. I believe I started this, I think it was May or June. I think it was towards the end of May that I started this channel. So we're right there at the 2-year anniversary of Dove and Serpent Tarot. So Cancer, let's see what's going on for you this weekend. Again, there will be no individual sign readings Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. So we're doing this all signs, but we'll be back on Monday with the regular schedule of readings. Cancer, your readings Tuesday and Friday. Be sure to set your reminders. Here we go, Cancer. And Cancer, you get the Lover's card. Very nice. This, doesn't have to be romance, but it could be. And sometimes it is, right? I always say, well, it doesn't have to be romance, but romance is a part of this card. This card is about choice, okay? And Cancer, I think you're committing yourself to something, and maybe you're renewing your commitment to something. Could be to a marriage, it could be to an idea, it could be to your work, could be to your spiritual practice. I feel like you are renewing your vows to something or someone. We got to put this into some context, all right? Let's see what that is all about. We've got a Queen of Cups. Interesting. Interesting. Now, I got a sudden feeling that this is about reconnecting with a mother figure. We've got the Hierophant. We've got a 5 of Cups. We've got a Hierophant. We've got a 9 of Wands and Hermit. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know if there is... See, now, just with these major arcana energies, we've got the Hierophant. That's kind of the one officiating the ceremony, right? The one that is ordained to oversee this wedding. And then we've got Hermit. So it's kind of like, is the Hermit the honeymoon, right? So it could be. And it could be that you are having some sort of a very important ceremony coming up this weekend. Interesting that it's a Cancer reading. And of course, I don't know if you know this, I'm a solar Cancer. This could in some way be talking about a birthday party, maybe for my daughter. But I think that this is definitely us renewing our commitment to something. Okay, I think there has been an issue that has been weighing heavily on you. That 5 of Cups is down here, and it might be with some sort of maternal energy. I am feeling that there's a mom energy here that on principle, I feel like you kind of stopped talking. Okay, For one thing, we don't see any air cards here. We see majors, we see water and fire. Okay, water and fire don't usually mix, you know. So I feel like you haven't talked to somebody in a long time. I feel like they're an older female energy. Okay, and it could be mom, could be grandma, could be an older sister or sibling, I don't know. Let's select the mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. I feel that there is, I don't know if there's literally going to be a reconciliation or a reunion this weekend, but I know that you've been feeling it. I know that's kind of what is weighing on your heart right now. Okay, here's your mystery card, Tiny Bob Ross. Thank you, Tiny Bob. You're definitely somebody that I think finds family to be very important to you. Okay, but it's weird because family is important to you, but I don't feel that you are close with your family. It could be that you're close with your immediate family, you know, your spouse, your kids, your siblings, like those people that are very close to you. And I think family is important, but there is somebody that you are estranged from. There's somebody that you haven't talked to in a long time. Maybe it's a friend, maybe it's somebody that at one time felt like family. Okay. I feel like right now, for whatever reason, it's important to you. It's either coming up on an anniversary of something, or maybe it's been, you know, this is like, you know, this is the kind of the month, you know, I haven't talked to them, or maybe the year or 5 years or whatever. It's coming up on a certain milestone, a certain reminder of how long it's been since you talked to them. But I feel like there's still, I feel like you want to. I feel like there's still this desire. It's still like you're missing out on something. It still weighs heavily on you. But I don't know that you're actually reaching out to them. See, the Hermit could be a couple of things. We could be talking, for some of you, this could literally be you're getting married this weekend. Congratulations. The Hermit could be the honeymoon. Okay, the two of you kind of whisking away, going off onto your own to kind of celebrate the union, right? But there is still something that's weighing on your heart, that Five of Cups down here. Something doesn't feel quite right. But you're trying to be strong anyway, and it's kind of like with these two cards, with the Hierophant and the Nine of Wands, you stop talking to somebody based on principle, that they did something, and no matter how you feel, you can't go back on your decision because that was just wrong what they did. Even though I think the Five of Cups is, you miss them, you're disappointed, it's weighing on you. But you got that Five of Wands, you got, or the Nine, you got that Nine of Wands. You've got that, no matter how much I feel, no matter what my heart feels, I made a decision for a reason, and I'm not going back on that. And I think that the Hierophant is that kind of principled decision that you made. That they maybe overstepped a boundary, that they, that they said or did something that is, it feels almost unforgivable. I don't know what it was, but there's this, you're trying to stay firm in your decision, even though you do have this water energy that's kind of, weighing on you, like I said. But the Hermit here could really be you sticking to your will, right? And so this is really a difficult situation that you're in right now. And I do feel like this is the anniversary of something. This is when it all went down, whether it was a month ago or a year ago or 5 years ago. But this is kind of this is the time of year, right? This is the anniversary of it. This is the milestone. This is the reminder that this happened. Okay, so it's kind of something that you realize, oh, hey, it's June again. This is 5 years ago. This is when all this went down, and so you're remembering it again. And it's kind of like you're acknowledging the feelings, but then you're also kind of battling those feelings and saying, no, I'm going to stay strong. I don't need that energy in my life. But, maybe there is a reconsideration of things that's taking place. I want to do an angel number card and see if we can get any assistance here, because I feel like it really is a battle between your heart and your will, your resolve. Yeah. And that's primarily what I feel, but I don't want to, I don't want to take away from the very obvious series of major arcana that says, hey, yeah, you're getting married this weekend. Congratulations, right? And of course, the Nine of Wands in that case is that promise, is that commitment. And maybe the Five of Cups is kind of the mixed emotions that you have about the whole thing, right? A little bit of cold feet, but also just this kind of excitement, but also fear. And it's a whole mix of emotions going on right now for you. And maybe this is true, and maybe it's also talking about this estranged family member that we're talking about, yeah? Both things could be going on. We're going to do an angel number card and see if we get a little bit of clarity about things. 1144. High vibes. Divine intervention, prosperity, big ventures, fated events, faith, purpose, higher calling. Love or other happiness lurks just around the corner. It will be something much better than in your wildest dreams. A rare opportunity, an exciting encounter with like-minded people will exceed your expectations. Interesting, yeah, interesting. You know, that sheds another kind of interpretation on some of this. Maybe the Lover's card is really is about you finding your people. It's about your recommitment to this sense of family. Because see, it says here, rare opportunity, exciting encounter, exceeding your expectations, you know, like-minded people, kind of finding your tribe, finding your community. Okay? And in this case, maybe the Hierophant is that life that we did kind of split off from. Okay? And the Lover's card is saying, hey, I'm going to find the right people for me. This maybe wasn't the right people, but you know that you need people, that you need friends, family, you need a sense of community, you need to find your people, right? And the Hermit, I think, maybe is, it could be us coming out of Hermit mode. See, the Hermit is facing that Lover's card, right? So this might even be saying that, look, you're kind of, you're ready to kind of put yourself back out there and find your people. Maybe it's not about, the reconciling with that estranged family member or with the family altogether. Maybe you've just split off from the family itself, right? But there is this awareness of a need in you. And I think the Hermit is really ready to go out and fill that need, to find the people that you want to be with, right? To make your family, right? To choose your family. Okay, I think there's a lot of layers here. But I think it really is about feeling this and being aware of this, and how does this motivate our behavior, right? So let's look at the mystery card. I bet it's going to be some earth energy. Probably an Ace of Pentacles, right? Let's see what we got. Oh, it's the Magician. Well, it's about creating our family, creating our life. It's about understanding what we need and working toward fulfilling that. Yeah, it's about adapting. It's about recognizing what's there and how do we utilize this. It's about accepting our situation exactly as we are right now and using all of that as power, as material, as fuel to create the life we want. So first we recognize that there is some sort of a need that we have. And I think it's the need for community, the need for bond, the need for togetherness. And so maybe we're coming out of Hermit mode right now. And we're going to go and we're going to put ourselves out there. We're going to assert ourselves. And we're going to have an active role in creating the life that we want. Yeah, I think this is good. This is really good. We're going to clear the deck. We're going to move on now to our Leo energy. See what is happening for Leo this weekend. What is going on with Leo? Cancer, don't forget, your readings are Tuesday and Friday. Leo, your readings are Tuesday and Saturday. All right. Leo readings on Tuesday and Saturday. Be sure to hit the like button, leave a comment, consider subscribing to the channel. All right, Leo, what is going on? What is the energy for Leo for this weekend? Let's see what you're up to. 9 of Cups. I think you're the one having the party this weekend. I really feel it. 9 of Cups. You're somebody that definitely is living a life that I think is very satisfying, very fulfilling. I think it's a full life. I think you have physical, financial fulfillment, mental, emotional fulfillment and satisfaction, and spiritual, creative. Right? This is a lot of joy. This is a lot of happiness. This is you following your bliss. Yeah. Let's see what you're doing with that energy. It's going to be a good weekend for you. Let's see what's going on here. And now a 6 of Cups. Oof. Yeah, that's nice. I think it is a party, literally. I think you are celebrating with, friends, family. You have your people here. Okay? You got a Knight of Pentacles, a 3 of Wands. Ooh, a 10 of Swords. A 3. 3 and 3, right? 3 of Cups. I think that this is, with the 3 of Wands here, this is really you knowing yourself, you're confident in what you want, right? To me, it feels like this is really you being the perfect host of the party, right? Confident, charming, putting yourself out there, making sure that everybody around you has a good time. Yeah, that's really nice energy. Let's select the mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. This is a random card from the Smith-Waite Tarot, and of course we're just going to set it down over here. Whoa, look at that. I flipped that over the wrong way. We got the Knight of Swords. Interesting. I wonder if that has something to do with that 10 of Swords up there. Because I feel like that, I don't know what that, I kind of feel like you're having this party. Okay, there's the mystery card. Now that one we didn't flip over. I feel like you're having this party, but I don't know what that 10 of Swords is. I don't know if this is somebody that's kind of, if we're waiting for something to come and disrupt the party, if this is like we're hoping somebody doesn't show up and then of course here they are, right? Because this is the card of ruin. Why are we looking out? See here, this now the Knight of Pentacles, looking forward, looking out, the Sentry. What are we worried about that's going to ruin this party for us? Okay, or ruin the celebration, or ruin the weekend, or ruin your kind of happy life. Maybe it's not a party exactly, but maybe we're worried in a figurative way that someone's going to come and crash our party. Maybe we're worried that the other shoe is going to drop. We're worried that this great life that we have going this way, something's going to come from above and something's going to fall out of the sky and ruin it, right? So there's part of you that's always kind of looking around for something that's going to threaten your, this is really the water energy that we see here is just absolutely fabulous. It's so good. This is so wonderful. It's just saying, yes, this is so right. This is exactly where you belong in life. Everything is perfect. And then, of course, we get that, well, if everything's perfect, what's going to come and ruin it, right? So we're going to have this outdoor party. We're waiting for the black clouds and the rain to come down and ruin everything, right? We're waiting for that one person to show up that is just going to be drunk and ruin everything and cause a big fight and all this kind of stuff. And so, we have to be aware of this. And, I don't know what we're going to do with this energy. What we see right here, we don't want to ignore this, obviously. We want to be prepared for the worst, right? But we also want to be able to enjoy ourselves. And I think that, you are surrounded by friends and family and loved ones. And even if something does disrupt this good flow of energy, it's something that the Knight of Pentacles is planning for already. This is, we could be talking about a Libra person. I'm not trying to throw Libra under the bus. But this is the card that's kind of prepared for the future. You're looking ahead, right? You kind of are saying, okay, well, the worst thing that could happen is that, and I'm going to work my way backwards. I'm going to reverse engineer that so I know how to handle it. Okay. So the best thing for you to do is continue having a good time. Enjoy yourself, enjoy your friends, enjoy your family. But prepare for the absolute very worst thing. Now, preparing for the worst doesn't mean that you've already resigned yourself that it's going to happen and now I can't enjoy myself. I might as well not even get out of bed today. No, we're still going to go and have a good time. We're still going to live our life. And we know that we are prepared. If that worst thing were to happen, I know exactly how to respond. You know, you've planned for it as much as you can. And so we don't want to let just the thought of that or the prospect or the possibility that that will happen ruin our day, our weekend, our life, or whatever, right? So it's really important that we keep these on the periphery, but we don't let these interfere with what we're doing right now. Because what the way you're living your life right now, I think, is very happy. It's very connected. You have such great water energy, family, friends, maybe coworkers. I don't know what it is, but there's this sense of everybody's just kind of gathered together and bonding with each other and really having a good time. And maybe we're talking about this is your perfect relationship you're in now, and we're worried that the ex is going to come back and cause a big ruckus, right? We don't want to let that prospect ruin the relationship we have now, ruin this really wonderful Six of Cups. This is saying you found your match, you found your perfect match, and there's such harmony in your life right now. Of course, we don't want anything to disturb that harmony, right? But we have to be prepared, and we have to keep our eye, we have to keep our head, we have to keep our head on a swivel, right? So that we can see when something unwanted is approaching and we know how to respond to it. If you're just going through life and you never thought about this, it's going to catch you off guard, right? And I think that's why this card, I think that's why I really inadvertently flipped it over, because it's kind of that surprise. It's like, oh, I didn't mean to do that. How do I respond to this new energy coming in all of a sudden? We've got to be prepared, right? We've got to expect the unexpected and be prepared for it and already know how we're going to handle it. As much as we possibly can, obviously, right? Know how we should respond if A, B, or C, or X, Y, and Z happen. This is how I'm going to handle it. So that we're not surprised. We're not caught off guard. And it doesn't ruin this flow of energy that we have. Okay? Let's look at this mystery card for you. You can hear my cat howling in the hallway there. Let's see. Well, we've got, the one thing we don't have is any major arcana, so maybe this should be the Empress. Maybe the Empress is here to say, yeah, enjoy this. Nothing's going to threaten this harmony that you have right now, because you're not going to let it. You're going to be aware of it. You're going to see it coming a mile away, and you're going to handle it properly. So I'm thinking Empress card, right? Well, it's another Three of Wands. And this Three of Wands kind of looks like somebody that's keeping a watch over things, And this is part of it. And I think that this is a Three of Wands like this here. This is your confidence. This is your this is your knowledge of self, right? This is your ability to confidently live your life, knowing that you can handle any contingencies, anything that comes your way. You're strong enough to handle this. Okay, and it's really it's every fiber of your being that's saying, yes, this is right. This is what's meant for you. And so when we have that, yeah, we want to protect it. Okay, but we don't want to behave in such a way that we are the ones that bring about the disruption and the ruin, right? If we're so worried about this person or this energy coming in, then we're going to end up sabotaging this situation ourselves. This is so good. A nine. We have a 3, a 6, and a 9 of cups here. This is the absolute best, trio of cards that we could ask for. And we don't want to be the ones to ruin it. So I think we really have to be, on the lookout for danger, but let's not be the ones to cause the problem. Yeah. Let's know how to handle it when it does, if it does arrive. Okay. All right, that's going to conclude the Leo reading. Again, Tuesday and Saturday, Leo, for your individual sign reading. We're going to move on now to our lovely Virgo readings. What is going on with Virgo? Virgo, you are also Tuesday and Saturday for your readings, okay? Be sure to tune in. Be sure to hit the like button and leave a comment and all that good stuff. Show some love for my daughter's 4th birthday party happening this Saturday. What is going on with you, Virgo? What is the Virgo energy right now? What is going on with Virgo? Virgo, I feel like you've been experiencing a lot of creativity lately, like a lot of ideas, you know, and perhaps a lot of things that you're involved with that really only you can do, you know. I feel like you've kind of been a one-person show lately. Let's see how this weekend is going to go for you. See what is our Virgo energy. Ooh, we got a volunteer card. All right, Virgo. Let's see what your energy is. An 8 of Swords. You are this kind of one-person show, and I feel like you're getting overwhelmed by all of these things that you have to keep track of, right? You're somebody that likes to plan, likes to be organized. You like to know, you like to have a schedule, you like to have the itinerary. You're trying to keep everything straight because, yeah, you've got to do all these different things, right? So you're trying to keep everything on track, and it's becoming a lot where we're starting to mix days up. We're starting to get the times wrong. We said PM instead of AM, and as I said Friday, but I meant Saturday. Like all these things are starting to kind of, it's becoming a little bit too much. All of this organization kind of backfiring, right? Let's put this into some context. What is this volunteer card? Well, we've got that devil energy. That's that driving force, right? That's pretty good. We've got a 7 of Pentacles, the Wheel of Fortune, the Sun card, and the Chariot card. Very nice. Yeah, this is kind of a one-person traveling show even. We've got the wheels here. You know, the devil energy, I think, is in some ways, look, we have major, trio of major arcana. This is kind of saying, look, don't try to overplan things. Don't overthink it. It's kind of a way of just saying, just simplify. Just put some gas in the tank and start going forward. And you're gonna adapt to it as you go. You're gonna figure it out in real time. Okay? The air energy that we have here is, I think, too closely related to that 7. See, an 8 and a 7. Too closely related to the 7 of Pentacles. The more we think and plan and try to organize, we spend so much time you know, adjusting the calendar and figuring out the schedule and writing out the diagrams and the plans and everything, we don't actually get anything done. And I think time gets away from us, and then pretty soon we're in that 7 of Pentacles where this thing never took off, thing didn't get accomplished. Okay, so whatever you're doing right now or whatever you're doing this weekend, the devil card is really the way to go. Just power through it. Just you know, stop trying to plan things and just start moving your body. Start moving your energy, and this driving force will take over you. And you'll start creating things, and you'll start making a lot of progress. And yeah, you might have to kind of figure it out on the fly, adjust the schedule on the fly, but let's maybe stay in the moment, right? Maybe we're trying to plan too far ahead even. And this devil energy is kind of only concerned with the mountain you're climbing right now, not trying to plan for the next mountain and the next mountain and the next mountain, you know? And maybe this is the way to go. Maybe it's just try to stay focused on the here and now. Focus on what you have to do right now today, right? And not next week, right? Let's make some progress on this mountain. We've got a lot of major arcana cards here. Okay, I mean, that's a lot of majors. And this is that mountain that you're climbing, and you really want to see the sun. You really want to, not only do you want to see the sun, you want to enjoy it. You want to go out there and and relax a little bit. You want to enjoy the fresh air and not feel like you're just kind of in here trying to figure all this stuff out, and there's just all these things that you're trying to get done right now. And maybe this is just a busy time of year for you. Maybe this is about your work or your family life. There's a lot of stuff going on. You want to make sure you can enjoy it too. All right? There's no sense in doing all of this work if you're not going to be out here enjoying the fresh air and the sunlight. It's kind of like you're down here working all through the summer months. You're not out there actually enjoying the sunlight or the warm weather, at least here in the Northern Hemisphere. So I think that it's important that we get out of our head a little bit. Sometimes there's a lot of planning, not enough action. Right now it's just about actions, about trusting. We got this Wheel of Fortune here, which does say that your life is expanding. So there's more and more and more on your plate. This is kind of like your plate, but it's getting bigger. And the bigger your plate gets, the more stuff gets on it. The more room there is for more stuff on your plate. So we want our life to expand, but we also are kind of like, it's a little bit of a mixed bag, right? Because our life gets bigger and bigger and bigger. We get more successful. We start expanding and growing in business or personal life or whatever. And then we get more responsibilities. And it just keeps growing and growing and growing. And this requires more and more organization and more planning. And then pretty soon we're 8 of Swords again and we don't know which way's up. So we do a little bit of planning, sure. Maybe we need some air energy. You know what? Let's select the mystery card now before I forget. And maybe this will be some more organized air energy, right? So that's going to go there. Tiny Bob Ross. Thank you, Tiny Bob. We need a little bit of the organization, not too much. What it really is about, kind of trusting. And the Wheel of Fortune is a card that does say, have faith, have hope, have trust, right? Have trust that things are going to work out the way they're supposed to. Have trust that, you don't need to fret over every little detail about every single day, even months into the future. You don't have to worry about all that stuff. Just let things naturally flow. Let the wheel turn, and we will make progress. And, the machine will, through our efforts, this is kind of like, we're in front of the cart and we're pulling the cart along through our creative effort, through our driving force, right? That we're the ones, it's really the devil and the Wheel of Fortune that creates the chariot, right? And this is the chariot moving forward. And I think that this is really a lot of progress that you're making in whatever this is. And it feels like maybe it's a business thing, but it kind of feels like this is just like your life generally. Especially with the Sun card up here, it's kind of, the Sun is one of those cards that remind us that, hey, your work, it's only one ray of light in your life, right? You also have family and friends and your personal life and your spiritual life and your creative energy and your internal stuff. There's a lot of different things going on for you. And maybe whatever this particular endeavor or project is just one ray of light. Okay, there are many rays of light that compose your energy. So this really could be, let's say, take a little bit of a mental break from this current project and just enjoy something else. Read, watch a movie, focus on your spirituality. Just focus on a different sunbeam, for a little while, just to take that mental break. Okay, but everything's still moving forward. The chariot is still going forward in time, and you still, of course, are the one driving the chariot, and you're that powerful force that's doing it. You're the engine of it all. Sometimes you have to take a little bit of a mental break and float around up here in the sunlight and enjoy something of your own before you get back to this kind of making the grass grow down here, right? Let's take a look at this mystery card and see if this is a little bit of more calm, more organized air energy. Obviously, a 6 of Swords would be great. Just a little bit of a mental break, right? Little bit of a timeout, I think, is going to be good for you. Let's see what's going on here. Maybe this will be some water energy. It's either water or it's going to be that 6 of Swords. No, there's that Page of Pentacles. And this, I think, is the reason why why you're not quitting, why you're not giving up, why you are so focused and so much trying to plan, because you're trying to make sure that everybody else really does have a spectacular time. He's like, you're the one behind the scenes making the sausage, and then this is the person that's just like, wow, everything is perfect, you know? Shout out to my wife, who has done all of the planning for this birthday party. And you know what? She's a Virgo too. I think this might be her reading. Doing all of the planning, all of the behind the scenes work to make this party happen on Saturday for our daughter. And I think this is kind of that card that would represent the person that this is all for, right? That yes, it's for you to enjoy too, which is part of this message, that you need to also enjoy the sunlight and have a good time, but you're the one that's behind the scenes making sure that this other person, or making sure that on the surface, everything front of the house looks perfect. You're in the back doing all the work, you know. But I think that this is, it's also something for you, some sort of project that is meant to kind of level up your life a little bit. That's bringing you to a new phase or a new level of things, right? So there is real intention behind all of this. There's a real purpose to it all. And I think long-term goals, you do have them. And I think long-term, this is setting you up for a lot of success, a lot of abundance. And it might be one of these kind of delayed gratifications that just says, look, I can't go out and enjoy the sunlight right now. I've got too much to do, right? So I'll go ahead and enjoy myself later. I've got way too much work to do right now that I can't take a break and go have lemonade. You know, I've got to stay here and work. You know, I think that's kind of your energy right now, but there is a strong message here, I think, to take a little bit of a mental reprieve and just collect yourself and be kind to yourself, and then you'll get back to work and everything's going to be fine. All right. Thank you so much, Virgo, for your time. Don't forget, Virgo, your readings are Tuesdays and Saturdays. All right, we're going to clear the deck here. I'm going to take a very short break, and I will be back in just a moment. Hello and welcome back to the channel. Thanks for sticking around for this all signs reading. We're moving on to the sign of Libra now. Libra, your readings are on Wednesday and Saturday, so be sure to tune in. Let's see what is going on with Libra at this time. What is your weekend going to be like? What is it that you've got to know? Let's see what we've got. Wow, an 8 of Wands. This is maybe a little bit of anxiety. I feel like you're somebody who likes to stay busy, you know. You like to have something to do. It kind of feels as if the idle hands kind of thing applies to you, where if you don't have something that you're working on, if you don't have something planned or you don't have something to do, I think we start to get a little antsy. We feel a little bit of anxiety. Sometimes this card, the 8 of Wands, is that jazz hands. You know, we're tap dancing on the shag carpet here. We're trying to find something to do right now. You know, and maybe there's a situation where right now you can't do anything, you know, where you're being asked to wait. And that's kind of the hardest thing to do, is wait for something. Well, there has to be something I can do. Can I mop the floors while I'm here? Something, right? Well, let's see what else is going on with that card. We've got this Eon card. High Priestess, Empress. Yeah, 9 of Swords, that's it. We don't want, it's torture, right? It's torture to have to wait, but I think you're waiting for this door to open, or waiting for that door to appear. And it's a door that I think is really leading you to your absolute very best life. There's that 6 of Cups, right? That perfect relationship, that perfect connection, the perfect bond. This is really the best day of your life. This is the card that says, I am happy and I wouldn't change a thing about this day. This is This is what you're waiting for, right? This is tomorrow, let's say. You're being asked right now to wait, and it's really kind of with these major arcana cards over here, it's saying there's really nothing you can do right now. But you're feeling kind of tortured by that, right? Here is the mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. We're going to set this down over here. Tiny Bob Ross right on top. Tiny Bob Ross sure is getting a workout today. A lot of responsibility, keeping an eye on that mystery card. Okay, so you know, we've got our three majors. We've got some fire, water, and air. What we don't have is earth. We've got no earth energy, right? And to me, that's kind of saying, well, we're waiting for something to manifest. We're waiting for this to really come about in a way that I can feel it, in a way that I can experience it through the senses, in a way that I can immerse myself in it. I wonder if the Empress here is kind of a little taste. You know, if you got a little bit of a sample of this great life that is to come for you, and now it's kind of like we're waiting for the whole thing. You know, we got a little bit of a taste of the birthday cake. Now we got to wait for them to make the whole thing, you know, and we got to go pick it up, you know, the next day, and then we can finally have it. So I feel like the Empress in the past position is something that you know how good this is going to be. And that's kind of one reason why it becomes very hard to wait, right? Because I know what this is going to be like. I've already seen it. I was allowed to touch it. I was allowed to see it for just a second. And now it's kind of, you know, it's almost like I wish I didn't see it. Because now I just want it right this second. But you're being asked to wait. There's some opportunity. There's some door that's still kind of being put together. There's something, and, you know, I don't know, maybe you're waiting for a car to be built or something. I don't know. You're waiting for this door to open, okay? And it's very difficult for you to wait right now. In fact, with that Nine of Swords up there, I feel like it's torturous. I feel like the Nine of Swords is even saying that you wish you never even had a glimpse of this thing, like you just caught a little sight of it, and that just makes you more anxious, you know? It's like a kid, you know, during the holidays or something, and can see I saw a little piece of the package of a toy, and it's being put up in the closet. I can see it. I saw a little piece of it. You know, I just saw a little bit of the wrapping paper or something, and now I just can't wait. Now I want to sneak into the closet and go find my presents, you know. But we're being asked to wait until something develops, right? And so what do you do in the meantime? It's kind of a problem. We've got the High Priestess underneath everything. I think that this is something that you really have been dreaming about. I think you have a very close relationship with Spirit. Yeah. I think that you're trying to rely on this. You're trying to kind of, what I feel is that you're trying to just kind of, you're trying to breathe, you're trying to meditate, you're trying to do do the things you know you need to do. But there's that growing sense of anxiety, you know, when you're kind of waiting for something. I always find it hard to meditate when I feel like I'm on a time limit, you know, when I feel like I've got someone coming over to the house at noon, and now I've got to do my practice. It's hard to sit there and just meditate knowing that, okay, I've got to, you know, as soon as 12 o'clock gets here, I've got to get up, I've got to do all these other things, I've got to get ready beforehand. You know, it's just a lot of anxiety. We're kind of planning in our head already all these things we have to do, but right now you don't have anything to do but relax, right? And maybe this is the weekend thing for you. Maybe Monday is really the day that all this stuff really starts, that we just cannot wait. But what do we do for the weekend? How do we enjoy ourselves knowing that on Monday I get to go, and maybe you're starting a job you like. Maybe maybe you're seeing somebody. Maybe somebody's flying in and you're going to go meet them, but they don't get here till Monday, right? So what do we do in the meantime? And that's kind of torture. Let's try a Metatron Oracle card. Maybe this will help us. But I feel like this is, and you know, when we look at the Eon card, the Judgment card, Rebirth, Reawakening, the Baptism by Fire, Trial by Fire, this is the gateway to the future. This is maybe we are waiting for somebody to walk through that gate. You know, maybe somebody is arriving or something is arriving for you. Maybe you're waiting on a package from Amazon or something, but it's not going to get here till Monday. And it's kind of like that. For me, too, I hate ordering things on a Friday knowing I got to wait till next week to get it, But this is a good opportunity for us to practice mindfulness, to practice our patience, to practice just kind of relaxing and, working through the anxiety, because I think it is something that, and I know I make jokes and I'm smiling and stuff, but it is something that's it's hard to deal with. It's hard to get through it sometimes, Let's do this Metatron Oracle card. What does it have as water? Emotional well-being. Yeah, we have to try to, see, there it is, emotional well-being, the dolphin there. And maybe that's part of the Six of Cups. Maybe this is the emotional well-being that we know we're working through it, but we have to work through these painful days. We have to work through this difficulty, trusting that things are going to, that we're going to have this well-being, that we're going to be okay, that we're going to heal, that we're going to be well again, because we trust in the universe, we trust in spirit, and we know that we're making this breakthrough. Maybe we're not technically waiting for some object, and that might be why there's no earth energy. Maybe it's not a product or a person or an object we're waiting for. Maybe we're really waiting for that moment or that day, or that we have that breakthrough, that we feel like we're okay again. Maybe we're waiting for somehow something to change, something to give way in life. We're trying to get through this doorway to where I just feel good again. I feel a certain tranquility in me rather than this anxiety. Okay, so maybe it's not an object we're waiting for. Maybe it's this kind of emotional breakthrough, spiritual breakthrough where we just feel good again. Okay, let's look at the mystery card. This might give us a clue. If this is water energy, I know this is what we're talking about. If this is earth energy, then I think we're going back to maybe waiting for a particular person or a thing to materialize. If you have a prediction for this, put it down in the comments. A Three of Cups, yeah. We're waiting for that day where I can feel good again. We're maybe waiting for that day where I feel like I could be happy again. I feel I could celebrate again. Maybe we're trying to make that breakthrough and get through this this anxiety, so that I can feel connected to my people again, so that I can feel happy, that I can feel love, that I can celebrate, that I can be with my friends and my family, and I can have a good time. I can have that good day, right? The best day, that perfect day where we wouldn't change anything. Anyway, I want to thank you for being here. Libra, your readings are Wednesdays and Saturdays, all right? Thanks for tuning in. I really do appreciate you. We're going to switch over now and do our Scorpio reading. We're going to clear the deck here. Scorpio, your readings are Wednesday and Saturday also, all right? Make sure you set your reminders. Be sure to hit the like button here and leave a comment for me. Watch your sun sign reading, watch your moon and your ascendant sign reading too, right? Better yet, just watch the entire video, but be sure to hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't yet, all right? So, Scorpio, what is going on with Scorpio? We got a volunteer card already. Set that up here. I like the volunteer cards. Makes my job easier, right? Scorpio, what is the energy for you? What have you got going on right now? What is it that you need to know? Let's see here. Scorpio energy, Scorpio energy. Scorpio energy. All right, here we go. That Nine of Swords again. This has been coming up a lot today, right? A lot of different signs have been having this Nine of Swords. I feel like it's kind of a difficult period of time right now for a lot of us. And maybe it's just kind of it's the start of a new month, and maybe there's just a lot going on. I know we're getting towards summer in the north here, we're getting towards winter in the south here. And maybe it's just this is really the time where things reach their kind of extreme. They reach their peak, you know. Well, let's see what we need to do. Let's see what we need to know about this card. Okay, this is that. It's really difficult to find the light in that card. You know, this card has a lot of shadow. Yeah, but this card is just here to remind us about how we talk to people, how we communicate. You know, let's be careful with our words. Let's be thoughtful with the things that we say to each other. Sometimes stuff just comes out of my mouth and I don't realize that, oh, that wasn't very nice. You know, we got to be careful with that. Let's see what this volunteer card was. There's that Princess of Pentacles. Got a Tower. 3 of Pentacles. The Lover's card. And the Empress card again. Interesting set of cards. I feel like we're realizing now that what we say becomes our reality. Okay? And so it really puts a major importance, and see that card now just flipped over, and tried to hide itself again, right? Because we realize that through our communication, we are either manifesting our goals or we're unmanifesting our goals. Okay. So there is, this card is about truth. It's about being blunt. It's about communicating effectively. But, you know, sometimes the truth is not always the most effective, right? Sometimes we have to be careful with how we phrase things. If everybody just went around the world saying exactly the truth as they perceive it now, and of course we have to ask, well, what is truth? You know, there is no absolute truth. But if we want to, if I ask you, just be honest with me, tell me what you're thinking right now, that's the world would be a very weird place, right? If everybody was just able to, let's say, read each other's minds and know exactly what everybody is thinking in every given moment, we would all be very isolated, I think, you know. Because there are things that you experience internally that do not need to manifest, right? So we don't have to say everything we're thinking. We have to be very careful with what kind of world we are creating. And I think that that Princess of Pentacles is very much showing that and demonstrating that. What we say becomes reality. Right? And not even with what we're saying to other people, but what are we saying to ourselves? Maybe we're talking here about our internal dialogue. If somebody's always saying, I'm a failure, I'm a failure, I'm a failure, guess what will manifest? Failure. What will unmanifest? Success. Right? So this is a very serious topic, I think, this internal dialogue. What is the conversation we have with ourselves? Now, this is something that's very, very private. This is something that we don't even tell our confidants, our significant others, our therapists even, is very limited in kind of what we share. There's so much going on inside of each of us, we only really express, you know, a fraction of that. 1% maybe, you know. Some people maybe, you know, more than others, but we have to be the ones to be aware of it. We've got to be our own advocates in that way, you know. And sometimes I think we have to realize through our thoughts and our words how that is manifesting as earth energy, as our deeds, as reality. Right? Are we constructing the bonds, the relationships that we want in life? Or are we talking ourselves out of, you know, our happy life? This is construction, this is destruction. Right? And the 3 of Pentacles back here is saying, there's no way to get off this train. There's no stopping this. This is the way it works. What we think about more often, it's the law of attraction. It's the law of manifestation, right? What we think about consistently is what the reality will be. Well, let's realize that we are that force that can either create or destroy. We have to have an idea of what we want our world to look like. So we've got this Empress energy. Let's select the mystery card real quick. This is the bonus card. This is the confirmation card. We're going to set it down right over here. Tiny Bob Ross. Back to work. Okay. The Empress energy in the future, we have to have an idea of what kind of world we want to live in. What kind of life we want to have. Not even really, let's forget about everybody else. Let's just think about ourselves. Internally, what kind of landscape do I want to have inside my soul, inside my psyche, inside my head? What kind of relationship do I want to have with myself? Do I want to wake up in the morning and be happy and feel alive and feel love and feel curious and feel adventurous and ready for life, or something else? Right? So the Empress is here to say, we can create this kind of, it can either be a paradise or it can be an inferno, right? We create that based on what's going on within us, what kind of programs we're running, what kind of habits of thought and dialogue and monologue we have. The way we talk to ourselves, the things we say to ourselves, is creating our reality. Now, you want to have the very best time in life. You want to have a life that is fulfilling and full of love and full of connection and full of the bonds, family bonds, romantic bonds, friends, whatever this is up here. You want to have that relationship with the divine energy. That's what this Lover's card is all about. You want to have a good relationship with another person, a romantic relationship, a marriage or something. That's what this card is about. The way we think about ourselves is how we are bringing these major arcana about, or we are tearing things down, or we are just, we're shooting ourselves in the foot here, kind of. Well, literally almost, right? So we have to be kind to ourselves. We have to be kind to others. And I think that this is a message of really radical self-love. That maybe this Tower card can be that breakthrough where we are all going to realize a little bit today how we can be a little bit nicer to ourselves, a little bit more encouraging. Now, the way that you're speaking to yourself on a kind of just on a random daily basis, is that the way you would talk to a friend? Is that the way you would talk to your loved ones, your kids, your family members? Try it as an experiment. The next time you make a mistake or you do something wrong, or in a moment where you would usually get kind of down on yourself, in that moment, when you do that, when you drop a plate on the ground or something, or whatever, when you knock something over or you do something wrong, stop in that moment and maybe grab your phone, grab a tape recorder or something, and talk to yourself, but record it. Talk to yourself the way you would talk to your friend, your best friend, your family member. You wouldn't say, "Oh, you stupid idiot, I can't believe you did that, what's wrong with you?" No, you would say, "Okay, hey, you dropped the plate, that's all right. Now, don't move, I don't want you to cut your foot. I'm going to get my shoes on, I'm going to get the broom, and we'll clean this up, but I want you to, I want you to jump over there to the carpet so you don't cut your feet or whatever." You'd be kind, right? I mean, I would hope so anyway. But speak that into a tape recorder and play it back to yourself and see how that sounds, and see how your kind of typical inner dialogue might be. That maybe that is how you talk to yourself, but maybe not. Right? We could all go a long way with that experiment. And maybe we'll find that, yeah, I'm very kind to myself. In fact, I praise myself all the time, right? But we all need to look at that and to have some sort of semi-objective way of experiencing that, And so we need to hear the way we talk to ourselves, and we need to contrast that with how we would, in an ideal way, talk to somebody else in order to set up the kind of life, the kind of experience that we want. Let's look at this mystery card. Well, first let's do quickly an angel number card for you. I think we need one of these right now. 333, support, right? Support. Growth, creativity, joy, community, vision, talents. Yes, we need support. We need the support system. We need the love. Seeing the angel number 333 is a sign that it's time to focus inward, work on your skills, discover your talents, use your imagination. Unleash your inner artist. Doing so will boost your self-esteem and sense of competence. It does wonders for your sense of purpose and contributes to your community. Going within, right? And seeing, are we encouraging ourselves? Are we supportive of ourselves? You know, are we telling ourselves, self, you can do it? You know, or are we creating a different reality? Let's look at this mystery card. I want it to be some really good water energy. I want it to be that self-love. Okay, let's look. 4 of Swords. Okay, I'll take it. I'll take it because at least it's not a 9 of Swords, right? That we are at least now listening, that we're doing that process, that we're stopping perhaps our protest, and we're listening now. And maybe we're listening to how we're talking to ourselves and maybe how we're talking to other people too. But this is a card that says kind of take a time out and do this exercise and listen. Listen to the way you do talk to yourself and to other people, and maybe it's maybe it's right on point, you know, and I hope it is. It's not likely. I think all of us could work on that a little bit and learn to support ourselves a little bit deeper, you know, learn to really assess our inner dialogue. And this is a card that's saying kind of listen to yourself. Listen to the way you talk to yourself. Yeah. All right, Scorpio, your readings are Wednesdays and Saturdays, so be sure to set your alarm for those readings. We're going to move on now. Thank you so much for being here and for letting me read for you. I really do appreciate you. Okay, so moving on now. Sagittarius, it is your turn. And Sagittarius, your readings are Wednesdays and Sundays. So be sure to set your alarm. Be sure to hit the like button and leave a comment for me. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. I don't do these all signs readings very often. They really take a long time, don't they? They're fun though. I like them. If I could just do 1 or 2 of these every week, I think that would be kind of neat. But I don't know. I kind of like having longer time with each sign, you know. But I think these are fun every once in a while, you know. I like them. I think they're good, and it gives you an opportunity then to kind of check in with other signs. You can watch more placements, your sun, moon, your rising sign, even cross watch. You can watch the sign placement readings for your friends or your family, your loved ones. All right, one more time, Sagittarius. And we'll see what is in the cards for you. What is going on with your energy? What is it that you need to know right now? You can hear my cat in the hallway there. Here's a 6 of Pentacles for you. You, I think, are really focused on this. Again, it feels like a group setting. It feels like there is a lot of success for you right now. That there's something that is really shining, really glistening in front of you. And I feel like you're somebody who appreciates the team. You know, you're not trying to single yourself out as the one that did everything, right? It's the sense of teamwork really that's important to you. And it's kind of like everything is in perfect alignment right now for you all to succeed. And it's by nobody really singling themselves out. Everybody is kind of equal. Everybody's sitting around the table equally here. Let's see what else we've got. Oh, an ace. Yeah, this is saying, hey, all of us together as equals, There's nothing we can't accomplish. We've got the Eight of Swords. We've got the Emperor. The Lovers again. And a Knight of Pentacles. So, I think that this, with the Aries energy, with the Emperor in the background here, this was our previous approach. And I think that either it was you or it was somebody else in this situation that tried to kind of single themselves out as being the one that meant the most, right? Putting someone else on a pedestal and saying, please help us, O wise leader. I feel like this didn't work, okay? I feel like it's kind of now, it's more, everybody is equal. Everybody has an equal share. Everybody has an equal say. There's no one single person that's emerging forth as the leader of this thing, okay? It feels more like it is a group effort, a team effort, and there is no single leader, okay? I think that's kind of the name of the game right now, and this might be a family thing. We do have the Lovers card up here, which is interesting as all of this is kind of, is under the umbrella of this Lover's energy. And the Lover's energy could be talking about a family situation. It could be really talking about maybe a partnership. Maybe it's a one-on-one. Maybe this is really talking about your best friend or your romantic partner, or your spouse or something like that. To where it's kind of this, it's a recognition of the equality. Okay, there's not any one person that's really taking the lead and giving everybody else the orders. This is something that we're going to talk about and make the decision together, right? And I think that's really leading to a lot of success. I think that this is something big is happening for you right now, and it's really through this equal teamwork, not through anybody trying to be the leader, trying to stand out and boss everybody else around, through the teamwork, through the equality of it. You're reaching some sort of a goal now that kind of levels you up, you know? We've got the Knight of Pentacles looking toward the future. This is the energy that has the vision of the future, that now I can see the long-term progress here now. You know, maybe before with the Eight of Swords down here, I couldn't see it. I couldn't see how this was going to work out. I couldn't see that this was going to last to the end of the week. But now I see this being successful for years and years to come because we've figured out how to align the energies. And I think the energy alignment is very important. It's not one person that's kind of ruling above everybody else. It is everybody having equal vote kind of thing here, right? And that is what is allowing you. See, now the many have become one. So we have, again, this idea of unity, that all together as one force, we can have this long-term success. We have to unite. See, this is the card of union, of coming together, right? Of this kind of, this welding together of energies into this one force. And that one force can travel infinitely farther than everybody separately. Okay, so this is the name of the game right now for you is teamwork. Let's select the mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. This is the random card from the Smith-Waite Tarot. We're going to set it down over here, Tiny Bob Ross. And I think the Eight of Swords was really the kind of confusion where everybody thinks that they're the emperor, right? Everybody wants to be the chef. There's not enough cooks. Well, you know, maybe we don't need it. Maybe we don't need an executive chef. Maybe all of us line cooks together can huddle up and we can move as one united force. And we can get through the dinner service, right? And in fact, we can get through all the dinner services for years to come. We don't need that boss. We don't need that executive chef that's kind of lording over everybody. Because I think that it was just, there was confusion. Nobody knew what was what, right? And so we couldn't really see anything beyond the tip of our own nose, right? We couldn't see this really lasting. But now I think you do. And it's through this teamwork. It's through everybody acting as one united force. Let's take a look at this mystery card now. This is really, really successful energy. A lot of earth energy here. I want to see some water. Again, I feel like we've been lacking on water a little bit today, except for the Leo reading, right? Leo got all the water. But maybe we need a little bit of water here, a little bit of joy, a little bit of pleasure, a little bit of reward, a little bit of celebration at the end of the dinner service, right? Maybe 3 of Cups. Well, no, it's an 8 of Wands, but this is good. Because all of this fiery energy here, this ambition that maybe one person was trying to take credit for or trying to take the lead on, and the energy just seemed like it got confused and scattered, but now look what we have. Now everybody is working together as a team and everybody is going in the same direction. We don't need one person to lord above us to tell us all what to do to make progress. That we kind of know, we can come together as one, and all these 8 javelins, right? They're not going in opposite directions. They're all going the same way. So it's like together as a team, we can naturally come together with the same goal, and we can move forward as one unit, right? That we're not all scattered and disorganized when we don't have this kind of single energy bossing everybody around, you know? So this really is, I think, a confirmation of this idea of teamwork, that everybody moves together as one, that we don't need to have anybody that kind of singles themselves out as better than everybody else, or that has more weight or has more authority than anybody else right now in your situation, all right? That's very good stuff. Sagittarius, thank you. Your readings are Wednesdays and Sundays. Don't forget to set your alarm. We're going to move on now. Got to clear the deck. Again, there's going to be no extended reading today. My daughter's having her birthday on Saturday. This is going to be the reading for the weekend. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And we'll be back on Monday with the regular schedule of readings. All right. So this is for Capricorn, Thursday and Sunday. See, there's a theme here. There's an organization to these readings. So Capricorn, you are Thursday and Sunday for your individual sign readings, but not this Sunday though, right? Because we're doing this all signs reading. Be sure to hit the like button, leave a comment, and consider subscribing to the channel and all that good stuff. All right, show some love. It is my daughter's 4th birthday party. We're very excited. So, Capricorn, what is your energy right now? What is going on with you? Let's see, what does Capricorn need to know right now? I think you're asking the same question. What is it that we need to know? What is the missing piece of information? You're somebody that really is, I think, searching for the right answer, searching for the right path, maybe. I feel like you're doing something you've never done before. Yeah, you're going down a path that you're not familiar with, and you gotta kind of learn. You gotta pick up the skills here and there. Sometimes this is some on-the-job training. You know, that we're learning about this thing, we're developing the skill, we're gaining the skill and knowledge that we need as we go. All right, so let's see what else is going on. Two of Cups. Okay, there's the Knight of Swords, Knight of Wands, Queen of Pentacles, and an Ace. Well, there you're learning. You sure are learning. I think you're involved with a certain group. I think this is a new group for you. It's a new family. It's a new group of friends. It's a new class. It's a new school. It's a new job. But there are a lot of other people around you that they all seem like they've been there longer, right? This is a queen, this is a knight, this is a knight, and you're the princess right in the middle. But the Two of Cups is saying that this is something that you love. This is something that you are passionate about. This is something that feels like it has a strong sense of purpose for you. Really a lot of meaning here. There's a reason why you're here committed to this. Now, I kind of wonder if this is some new training. I don't know. I'm getting a kind of medical field vibe here, that you're kind of, you're the new recruit, you know, and you have an intense passion and love for this kind of work, but you're still wet behind the ears. You've got to learn. You got to kind of, and it's almost, we're going to select the mystery card. It's almost that energy that like all the stuff you learned in the books isn't really going to apply when you're out in the field. So you're learning from all of these people, right? You're learning from everybody around you. You're learning through experience. It's that on-the-job training, right? And it's kind of in a way, the textbook has to go out the window. Yeah. And I was an EMT for a little while, and I remember that we learned everything in the book, right? Just kind of the proper techniques and skills and the proper order of things and the proper terms and all these procedures and stuff. But out in the field, it was all different. It was all different. The training is still very important, but as the Ace of Swords shows here in your future position, you don't really rely so much on the book. This is kind of like, you don't want to be out in the field and getting your textbook out and saying, hey, wait, no, we're supposed to check the airway, the breathing, and the circulation before we patch up the broken leg or whatever, that you're trying to do things in the way the book was telling you. But out here in the field in real time, you have to just be able to adapt to the situation as it is, and take care of what needs to be taken care of. And it's not always going to go according to kind of how it's said in the book, And I don't know if this is a job thing for you. It might be some kind of a new skill, new technical skill. It might be that you're in a new place, a new area. It might be that you're in a new relationship, a new friend group, new family group. But I feel like you're the new kid on the block, right? You are the new energy in this situation. And, it really is, we have to go in there without any preconceived expectations. Here's that, again, Ace of Swords. We don't want to go in here thinking we know everything. We got to go in here like with an empty mind that just says, hey, I went through the school and everything, but I don't know anything. I'm here to learn. I'm here to learn what everybody else has to offer. And you've got a variety of people here. You've got earth, fire, and air. And this is, again, the Two of Cups says that this is right where you need to be. If it wasn't for that Two of Cups, I'd say, what are you doing here? You're out of your element, right? But you're going to have people that have like a more practical wisdom that are going to demonstrate to you kind of how to do things, very patient. You're going to have people that really don't have time to deal with your naivete. That are just, kind of flashing around. It's just with this Knight of Wands, it's someone that just flies from one place to this, very, very busy, and it's almost just a blur, right? And I think sometimes this is that experience that you have even of being out in this new environment. And at the end of the day, it's just like, what even happened? Like, it was crazy, and I don't even remember anything about it. I didn't retain any skills or any information or any knowledge, So this is that kind of, it's that urgency. It's just that we've got to just jump in and do what we can do. And it's kind of even a mindlessness, right? With the Ace of Swords. We don't have to sit there and think about what to do. It's kind of like your body just kicks in. The training even kicks in and that kind of muscle memory kind of vibe. And you're just able to do it. Right, and I think that it's coming naturally to you, but you are again, you're still wet behind the ears here. There's a lot that you need to learn in this situation. Okay, let's look at this mystery card and see. This is pretty straightforward here in these readings. Now these are, again, I feel like the other family members, the other coworkers, the other classmates, and everybody seems like they've been there a while, and you're the kind of new person there. Okay, so what we might see with this card is we might see another court card, right? Maybe we'll get a Queen of Swords. Really, I think that's going to be the Queen of Swords. Pretty perfect here. But we'll see. If you have a prediction, put it down in the comments. The Hierophant. Okay, well, this is even better than the Queen of Swords, because I feel like this is you really developing your skill in this situation. That, yeah, you start off wet behind the ears, naive, the new kid on the block, But eventually you come to be a seasoned veteran, you become a master, right? You learn this, and eventually you're going to be the one that's kind of teasing the new recruits, that is kind of showing the new kids how to do it. Yeah. So you really are growing and maturing into this, and you're becoming someone who is very, very knowledgeable, a very wise kind of person in this situation. And so maybe it is this kind of new job, and eventually you're going to be the senior employee. You're going to be the one that has to train the other people, right? So this is really good energy, and it's really it really shows the contrast then between the first day, and then let's say after a few months or after the first year. Big difference, right? Really big difference. I like that very, very much. We're going to go ahead and move on now. Thank you, Capricorn. Again, your readings are Thursday and Sunday, so set your alarm. Be sure to tune in. And we're going to see now what is in store for Aquarius. Aquarius, your readings are also Thursday and Sunday. So you and Capricorn can synchronize your watches, and you can come over to this channel and check your readings. Check your sun, moon, and your rising sign placements, especially in this all signs video. It would really, really help out the channel if you were to watch more than just one segment of the video, right? If you can watch the whole video all the way through. I know we're already at 2 hours here, but if you could do that, it would really be helpful to the channel, and I would appreciate that. But watch what resonates, watch the signs that are for you, and cross watch if you want to. And next week, starting on Monday, we will be back with our regular schedule. Okay, I don't do the all signs readings very often, but here we go with Aquarius. What is the energy for Aquarius? See what you need to know for the next few days. The Prince of Pentacles. You are being told to keep going, keep doing what you're doing, right? You're the builder. This is the Prince of Pentacles. You're building something. You are constructing something. You are committed. You show up every day. Don't lose that energy. Keep showing up every day. All right. Now we're going to have to see where it is that you're showing up. Showing up, this Knight of Cups. This could be a relationship. Okay. The Knight of Cups is kind of, it's the giving and receiving of love and affection. Okay, so it even could be, this could be a temptation. This could be the idea that you are committed to something, you're showing up every day, you're building, you're working hard, you got nose to the grindstone, and somebody comes along and says, hey, let's go out and party, let's go, and someone that's trying to lure you away from your work right now, right? Maybe. Three of Pentacles, got that Emperor again, Hanged Man, and the Empress. Emperor and Empress, and maybe this is it. Maybe this is the point here that needs to be realized and expressed. Is Aquarius, you are this builder, you are committed, and you need to keep doing what you're doing. But as we see with both of these, right, the Emperor and the Empress, it's kind of saying, yeah, you assert yourself, you go and you stay committed to this work, and you're very serious, you're very much in that creative energy, but at the same time, you have to enjoy yourself, you have to let loose a little bit, you have to enjoy the fruits of your labor. You need both of these. It has to be balanced, right? And so maybe the Prince of Pentacles needs to be balanced by this Knight of Cups, right? Because we have air and earth in this card. We have fire and water in this card. So together we have the perfect balance, all four elements right here, right? Here, it's only air and earth. Here is only fire, water. Put them together, we've got all four elements. And that's the balance that's suggested by the Emperor and the Empress. But I feel as if, in your mind, if you were to take a break right now, you would end up sacrificing everything that you've gained. Okay, because the Three of Pentacles, something is in the works. Something's already in motion. I've already started this work. It's like I can't stop pedaling the bicycle now, right? But someone's coming along and saying, hey, get off the bike. Let's have a picnic by this tree. And you're on your bike saying, I can't stop pedaling. If I do, you know, I don't know what's going to happen, right? If I do, the worst of the worst is going to happen. So I think Spirit is really saying that, yeah, you need to keep doing what you're doing. You need to stay on task. You got to keep pedaling the bike, sure. But you also have to take the time to go have the picnic under the tree. You need both. You need to have that balance of energy in order for this to really be as successful as it could be. All right. We're going to select the mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card, random card from the Smith-Waite Tarot. And we're going to set it down over here, Tiny Bob Ross, right on top. This is really, really straightforward. I think the Emperor energy that we see in the back here, this is kind of the workaholic, right? And then over here, we have somebody that's just very self-indulgent, very much just seduced by laziness and idleness and sensuality. Very different, and their backs are turned to each other. So it's kind of like they're just stuck in their energy, and this is stuck. And this is kind of the black and white thinking that we've got to try to avoid. It doesn't have to be one or the other, right? As we see right here, there has to be a balance. All four elements have to be here. So it's kind of like the Hanged Man is stuck in between, you know, the devil and the deep blue sea. What am I supposed to do? Well, I think there's a way that we can achieve balance here. I hope the mystery card is a card of balance. Okay. So I really feel like the message is, yeah, keep pedaling, keep moving forward, stay committed to your work, but you also have to balance that with a little bit of rest, a little bit of recuperation, a little bit of enjoying yourself, enjoying the ride a little bit. And don't look at it as being either or. Either I stay committed to my work or I just fall into idleness and sensuality and everything gets ruined. Okay? You don't have to sacrifice one for the other. We need both combined, balanced, right? Let's look at that mystery card. I want a card of balance. I want the Justice card. I want the Temperance card. I think that'd be nice. Let's see what we've got. We've got an Eight of Pentacles. I think the Eight of Pentacles is good because it does show nose to the grindstone. It really does show kind of the craftsman, the builder of the prince. But in this card, we have to also be mindful that, hey, we've accomplished a lot. We've done a hard day's work. Let's go rest. We see the little village, the house, the castle, the home in the background there. And it's just say, hey, you know, when the work day's over, go home and rest, relax, be with your people, enjoy yourself, right? Put your feet up. Tomorrow's another day to get back to work. Just because you're taking a break doesn't mean that break is forever, right? And I feel like this, you know, this doesn't have to be a work thing. This could be a relationship. This could be anything, right? This could be anything that you're committed to that's already in motion, but you feel like you have to kind of obsessively work on it and focus on it, because if you take a break from it, or if you don't, if you turn away from it for just a second, it'll be gone. Okay? This is a card that says, don't worry, it's going to be there. You can take a break and things will still be there tomorrow. All right? It's a very important message. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. We're going to move on now and finish this up with Pisces. Aquarius, don't forget your readings are Thursdays and Sundays. All right? Let's see what is in store for Pisces now. Final sign for the day, and I will let you all go. What is in store for Pisces? Pisces, your readings come out on Thursdays and Sundays too. So you and Capricorn and Pisces, you all, and Aquarius, can all synchronize your watches and come check out your readings. Be sure to hit the like button on this one, leave a comment, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. All right. Try to watch all of your placements, cross-watch if you want to, or just let the video play through. That'll work too. Definitely show some love today. My daughter's birthday party is on Saturday. Hopefully we'll, either my wife or I will post some pictures of the party on our YouTube community pages. My wife does tea leaf readings over at Ula Tea Leaf Readings. Be sure to check that out too. We will be back on Monday with our regular schedule of readings. Let's see what is in store for Pisces now. What is the energy that you need to be aware of for this weekend, Pisces? All right, here we go. Ace of Pentacles. I feel like you're doing something new this weekend. You're going on a new adventure. You're trying your hand at some new hobby, some new skill, some new adventure. I almost feel like you're doing something outdoors that you've never done before, right? I don't know what that is exactly, but you're somebody that really is, you're excited for those new adventures. You're excited for the novelty. You love you love the rush. You love the anxiety. You love see, look at that strength. You really thrive when you're being put into a new situation. There's that Tower. Yeah, see? Now, and the Emperor again, High Priestess, and Queen of Wands. Let's select our mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. Yeah, you really do. You really thrive. You really shine when you're being kind of put into a new situation. And I feel like with the Ace of Pentacles, this is something that's outdoors. I feel like you're doing something new outside, a sport or some kind of outdoor activity, maybe, I don't know, whitewater rafting or archery, or I don't know. You're doing something that's outside that is something you've never done before. And, or you're going somewhere that you've never been, right? And I feel like that's where you really thrive. I feel like you love the unknown, right? Your card is the Moon card, after all. And I think that Moon card is kind of like the allure of mystery, right? The allure of a little bit of the unknown, a little bit of danger. It's kind of like, I'm going and doing this new thing, or I'm traveling to this new place, or I'm meeting a new person. I've never done that before, and it's very exciting. And I feel like this is where you really shine. This is where your charisma really comes out. And I feel like if I was ever stuck somewhere, you know, I would really love to be stuck with a Pisces, right? In some sort of kind of unknown situation, because I think you really know how to adapt to the unknown, kind of in a, like, almost like a survival kind of way, you know, that you tend to like those challenges. Yeah. And I think you find a real strength. There's that Nine of Wands right in the middle here. And you're finding that this is something that you kind of want to continually do. You know, you seek out the new and novel aces in your life. And you always want to be kind of doing something new and learning something new and pushing yourself. It's kind of like every weekend you try to go and do one thing that you've never done before. Maybe skydiving, maybe bungee jumping, I don't know, zip lining, these kinds of things. And it's a way for you to really challenge yourself and to really get the most out of life. Like, you love just going to a new place. You don't really get the anxiety that some people will get in like a new place, a new city, an amusement park, or just, I don't know, all these different things. I think that it's a regular thing for you. And it's kind of this regular way of you breaking through the shell, breaking through the mold. You're expanding your life. See, the Tower card in this instance reminds me of when we're at the gym and we're trying to build muscle, right? That we're going and we're challenging ourselves. We're pushing our muscles to their limit, and we're creating these little micro tears in our muscle fibers. And then we go and we rest, and those muscles heal, and they heal stronger than they were before, right? But it's that breakage, it's those micro tears, that's really what is doing it, right? That's kind of prompting your muscles to grow back stronger. So when we challenge ourselves, when we step outside of our comfort zone, we're doing this to our own psyches, right? Our own soul, our aura. We're creating these little micro tears, these little uncomfortable things that are forcing us to grow and adapt and get stronger and bigger and better, you know? So I think that this is something that you do intentionally. I think you have this drive in you to always be breaking through the mold, to always be pushing yourself a little bit more. Tomorrow I'm going to go lift 1 pound heavier, right? Tomorrow I'm going to go do 1 more push-up than I did today. And it's a way for you always to be improving in this way. Now, maybe it's not physical for you. Maybe it seems like it because the Ace of Pentacles there, but this is something that really speaks to you on a soul level, you know? And I feel with this High Priestess up here, you're being guided by your intuition. Now, maybe sometimes it's kind of a physical thing. Sometimes maybe it's more spiritual or emotional or intellectual or you know, it's stimulating and challenging in different ways, right? It's not just in these kind of physical ways. It's through all sorts of things. You're challenging yourself mentally. You're challenging yourself in terms of your willpower, right? Because the Earth cards, especially the Ace of Pentacles, contain all the other suits. There's water, there's air, there's fire in here, right? And we see a lot of fire going this way, a lot of fire down here. And the fire energy really is that spiritual energy. This is that intentional willpower kind of energy. And with that Emperor, yeah, we see that this is something that you purposely set out to do. It's something that you've done before. Because you're always thinking of ways that you can improve your life, that you can expand your energy, that you can grow as a person, that you can grow as a spiritual being. Right? So this is that underlying spiritual energy, and this is how it kind of manifests in practice. This is the Queen of Wands. This is water and fire. So you have this kind of this watery Pisces energy, and it's really manifesting as this confidence, this assertiveness, this very empowered energy. And I think that you really are expanding your life in a lot of ways. The High Priestess is a card of fluctuation. It's about increasing and decreasing. I think right now you're in a period of increasing, right? That you're breaking through these boundaries and you're molting, you're shedding your skin. You have to adapt now to this expansion of energy, and then you've got to let it crystallize around you, you know? I think this is really a really important period of time for you. Let's look at this mystery card. I bet you it's going to be some more earth energy to show that we kind of have those micro tears, but then we rest and we recuperate and we kind of get a little bit stronger, you know, that the muscles grow back larger and stronger. Maybe some water energy, because again, as most of the readings today, we're lacking a little bit of that water, okay? So either water or earth here. Let's see what we've got. No, we've got more fire, 7 of Wands. I think sometimes you don't know when to rest and let those muscles kind of recuperate, you know. Sometimes you may tend to push yourself too far, and then it may take longer for you to recuperate, right? So just beware of how much you're pushing yourself, and be sure you kind of alternate, you know, include some rest days, I think is the message here. I want to do, before we leave today, let's do one Metatron Oracle card and an angel number card. And let's see what we've got for the Metatron Oracle card. Kundalini, untapped energy. This really could be very significant because sometimes that Tower card is about that Kundalini awakening, right? And it could be exactly what we're talking about here in the kind of pushing of ourselves, the expansion. And with the Kundalini energy, it is this intense heat and creativity and ambition and this fiery energy and confidence and assertiveness. And it's very disruptive. It's very much a Tower moment, right? And sometimes it's too much for our bodies, our minds, our psyches to handle. So we have to find ways to kind of cool down that energy and crystallize that energy and solidify this expansion, right? Because all this energy is happening, we've got to adapt the container, right? So that it can hold all this new energy. So I think the Kundalini, the untapped energy, is really, it's important here. I think you're tapping into it. I think we're having that kind of an awakening, and I think that we have to make sure we rest and recuperate so that we can hold that much energy, right? Let's do one angel number card here, and then 7777, perseverance. And if anything is perseverance, it's that 7 of Wands, right? Change of perspective, reflection, inner strength, wisdom, enlightenment. There's a need for a change of perspective on whatever has taken over you now. If you want to succeed, you need to keep going down the road you're on, reach for the wisdom within, and then you'll know just what the right next step is. Okay, and I think maybe the right next step is to take a rest day, but you know, that's for you and spirit to decide, not for me. And maybe all this fire energy is here for a reason that says, yeah, you need to just keep going and keep undergoing this kind of kundalini, untapped energy awakening activation process. And maybe the time to rest will be a little bit further down the road. Maybe we got to stay in all this fire right now, right? Anyway, I want to thank you all for being here. Pisces, your readings are Thursday and Sunday. I want to thank everybody that stopped by for this all signs reading. I'm going to get out of here and kind of get on with the rest of the day here and let you all take a rest from my voice. Let my voice take a rest. Don't forget to hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. It is totally free, does not cost you anything. All right, leave a comment, let me know where in the world you're watching from. I want you to know that you're the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you and I love you, and we're all in this together.